Whoa. Things are not set up apparently, right? Whoa. Things are not set up apparently, right? Hello everyone, just a moment of patience. We are encountering just a little setback in that I don't appear to have video working properly. I'm going to try to fix these settings on the fly, but I may need to restart this program. All right, I'll be right back. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong. For some reason, my camera doesn't seem to be working. Or at least it's not working with the, Oh, here we go. All right. Well, that teaches me a very valuable lesson. So this is the one time that I forgot to set up and test the camera angles before hitting the go live button, and I will I will definitely know not to be doing that again, because Streamlabs OBS apparently really doesn't like it if everything's like not plugged in and set up properly beforehand. All right, here we go. So thank you for your patience in me getting that sorted out. I really wanted to do something, you know, a punchier beginning. Oh, hang on a second. There, that shouldn't have been there. There we are. Okay. Oh, the life of a musician. All right, just pretend that there wasn't that like 3 or 4 minutes of bumbling around, and we'll just jump right into something fun. My hunting steed runs swiftly through the mountain forest side, and so my steed runs swiftly in pursuit as on we ride. My greyhound's eyes above, with wings span wide and strong, the prey we spy will come to die before the day is long. For the white hart fast and fleet doth flee, I give chase with glee, and ever on I ride upon to my quarry, for my hunting hound runs swiftly. A flash of white within the thicket, what catches my eye? Upon the wind I sound my horn, as through the woods we fly. The trees seem near alive, as if they bar my way, but branch nor weed would I pay heed, follow fast my prey. For the white hart fast and fleet doth flee, I give chase with glee, and ever on I ride upon scent of my quarry, for my hunting hound runs swiftly. chase has led me and my prey down to the mountain side. My heart is trapped, he stands at bay with nowhere left to hide. His coat is flecked with foam, his eyes are filled with fear. Arm strong, my arrow song rings jubilant and clear. O'er the white hart fast and fleet to flee, I give chase with glee. And ever on I ride upon the scent to my quarry, for my hunting hound runs swiftly. Lo, when I set down my bow, my heart within me sank. Though true my aim, no wound I saw, neither neck nor flank. I bent my bow again, but when I loosed my dart, before I eyes the promised prize was never more hard. O'er the white hart fast and fleet to flee, I gave chase with glee. And ever on I ride upon the scent of my quarry, for my hunting hound runs swiftly. A beast no longer now, a man with beard down to the ground. In robes of ivory white he stands stock still without a sound. Staff coal black and branch like the antlers of a deer rises from the sage's hand, his spellbound he drawn near. The white hart fast and fleet to flee, I give chase with glee. And ever on I ride upon the scent of my quarry, for my hunting hound runs swiftly. Oh, you who seek to earn a name by stealing from the wood, a harmless piece of beauty that you would slay if e'er you could. No mercy do you bear, and kindness have you not. You shall flee the bloodthirsty and share your victim's lot. For the white hart fast and fleet did flee, to a chase with glee. Evermore you'll fly before the bows of men like thee, for their hunting hounds run swiftly. Now I, the white hart fast I flee, to give chase with glee. But where you all my downfall, as you become like me, we are hunting hounds run swiftly. That's The White Hart's Prey by Ambra, aka Samantha Moore. So I realized I figured out what it was that I did wrong in terms of causing those technical problems. I started up OBS without my camera plugged in. Like a dunce. I'm expected, I don't know what to record me, but I never set up my camera. So when OBS is already running without the camera having been plugged in when it fires up, it just won't detect it. So even though I plugged it in afterwards, it wasn't finding the camera. And then when I shut it down and restarted it, all of the settings had automatically changed because it couldn't detect the camera before. So I had to go into the settings while it was live and muck around with them. So that was not ideal. But everything seems to be working properly from what everyone's saying. You can hear me and see me, so this is all for the good. Well, it's lovely to see you on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday afternoon / early evening. It's gorgeous outside today. I was so sad that I didn't have any time to get out and enjoy the sun, because it is just like prime walking in the park weather out there. But I wouldn't have had enough time to get out to the park and back and still catch my 5 o'clock start time. So maybe I'll get a chance to get out in it later afterwards, or get out to the park tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be as nice tomorrow as it is today. So you all know the drill. I've worked up a little playlist, but it is by no means set in stone. So if there's anything you want to hear, taking your requests right from the get-go. So if there's stuff that you want to hear, toss them out in the chat, and otherwise I will play through the music that I've got here. By the way, it's been a really productive couple of weeks. So this last week I got 2 songs, the audio for 2 songs done. One of them that was planned for that week, and one of them that was a special sort of commission thing that Colette had done that I got involved in. So that's going to be the next release that goes out. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my posts about this, but for that one, the next video that's going to go out is not going to have a video part of it. We only recorded the audio for it because we were on a really tight deadline. And it wouldn't have gotten finished in time if we'd been doing videos. So she didn't record any video, I didn't record any video. We'll figure out some sort of a still image to use for the video, but the audio is really pretty. It's a very, very cool song that that Colette wrote based on a very obscure part of the Arthurian mythos, Cermelian, which like no one has ever heard of, but it turned out really, really well. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. But I'm not going to be playing it tonight because it's a duet. Upbeat and happy is appreciated. Okay, well, next up I've got some trad Irish song. Start the county down is Upbeat and Happy, and I can do Come Out Your Black and Tans after. Let me just make a note of that. Black and tans. All right. Ooh, that's too high. That's 5. Down the county down one morning last July. From Doreen Green to sweet Colleen, she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her 2 bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a lovely elf, had to pinch myself for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay to the Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid has seen the fair Colleen I met in the county down. So yon would spread sure I shook my head, and I gazed at the feeling rare. And I says as I pass her by, some maid weighing up brown hair. Well, he smiles at me and he says he's the gem of Ireland's crown. Rosie McCann of the banks of the Ban, the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid has seen like the fair Colleen I met in the county down. Well, I've travelled a bit, and there was it since my hero career began. But fair and square I surrender there to the charms of young Rose McCann. I had a heart that no telling yet that I need in a shawl or gown. But in she went and I asked no rent from the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid had seen like the fair Colleen I met in the county down. At the harvest fair she'll be surely there, until the rest of my Sunday clothes, with my hat cut right and my shoes shone bright, for a smile from my nut brown rose. No pipe, no smoke, no horse I up, but my plough turns to rusty brown, and a smiling bright by my own fireside is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid has seen like the fair Colleen I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid has seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. So start of the county down, a good old trad Irish one. Got another request there, looks like, for Follow You Into the Dark. Which I will do in just a moment. I'm going to get up for just about 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I just need to attend to something really quickly. And then we'll do those 2 requests for you guys. Just one moment. Alright, and I'm back. time to do a couple of requests. Alrighty, come out your black and tans is first, I believe. Good old Irish Rebel song. We've got a couple more of those coming up later in the stream. I was born in Dublin Street, where the royal drums do beat, and the loving English feet they tramped all over us. Each and every night, when me father come home tight, he'd invite the neighbours outside with his chorus. Come out your black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Tell your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely Danes of Killishandra. Oh, won't you come and tell how you hammered brave Parnell when you thought him well and truly persecuted? Where are your jeers and cheers that you bravely let us hear as our heroes of 16 were executed? Come out your black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Tell your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Aye, and tell us how you slew them poor Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus, they had spears and bows and arrows. How you bravely killed each one with your 16-pounder guns, and you frightened down poor natives to their arrows. Come out your black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Tell your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Oh, the day is coming fast, and the time will come at last, when each yeoman will be cast aside before us. And if there be a need, then me kids will sing Godspeed, when the mercer to us Dave and bands chorus. Come out your black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Tell your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. From the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come out you black and tans, a rebel song by one of the Banes. Can't remember whether it was the father or the son. I always get the two mixed up. I think that was... It mentions Stephen Bain, so it was probably written by Dominic Bain. But, and that's just a guess on my part. Alright. And we head up next, Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie. Right. Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. I'll follow you into the dark, no blinding light or tunnels to gates of white, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. Heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied. Illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. In Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule, I had my knuckles bruised by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. Heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied. Illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. There's no one beside you and your soul embarks. I'll follow you into the dark. You and me have seen everything to see, Bangkok to Calgary, and the soles of your shoes all worn down. The time to sleep is now. There's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon in the blackest of rooms. And if heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, I'll follow you into the dark. I'll follow you into the dark. That was Follow You Into the Dark. Or it might just be called Into the Dark. I always get that a little confused, by Death Cab for Cutie. Alright, now, because that was more of a quiet song, I'm just going to switch up the order of the playlist that I had set up here and line up something a little bit more up-tempo next. Let's see, where do I keep this? 3? Just so that the energy doesn't wind up dipping too low for Robin. Farewell, ye dungeons dark and drear. Farewell, farewell to thee. My fierce life will not be long below in gallows tree. Say huntingly, say wantonly, say dauntingly gay. He played a tune and he danced to the room below in gallows tree. Strike off these bands from on my hands and give to me a sword. There's no a man in all Scotland, but I'll brave him at his word. Say rantingly, say wantonly, say dauntingly gay. He played a tune and he danced in a room below in gallows tree. Now there's some have come to see me hang, and some to buy my fiddle. Before that I will part with her, I'll break her through the middle. So he took up his fiddle in both of his hands, he smashed it o'er a stone, saying no other hand will play on thee when I am dead and gone. Say rantingly, say wantonly, say dauntingly gay. He played a tune and he danced in a room below in gallows tree. Robin Free was coming on the break of dawn to set Macpherson free. But they set the knock at 4:15. They hanged him from a tree. Say rantingly, say wantonly, say dauntingly gay. He played a tune and he danced in a room below in gallows tree. Say rantingly, say wantonly, say dauntingly gay. He played a tune and he danced in a room below in gallows tree. As Macpherson's Rant, otherwise known as Macpherson's Lament. I don't know, it's one of those weird songs that's the exact same song but has a couple of different titles depending on who you ask. Alright. Maybe Pretty One next. Haven't really been doing a whole lot of the period stuff lately, so maybe do one of those. What do I keep with this? 4? Actually, Sam Hall will keep the theme going. We'll just insert that right here. And then I'll do a period one. Where do I keep with this, though? That is the question. That sounds about right. My name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep, chimney sweep. My name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, my name it is Sam Hall, and I are both great and small, and my neck must pay for all. When I die, when I die, oh, my neck must pay for all. When I die, they took me to Coot Hill in a car, in a car. They took me to Coot Hill in a car. Oh, they took me to Coot Hill, there I stopped to make my will, for the best of friends must part, so must I, so must I, for the best of friends must part, so must I. Up the ladder I did grow, that's no joke, that's no joke, up the ladder I did grow, that's no joke. Up the ladder I did grow, there the hangman pulled the rope, and never word I spoke. Down. Oh, and never word I spoke, tumbling down. Oh, my name was Sam Hall, chimney sweep, chimney sweep. Oh, my name was Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, my name was Sam Hall, and I hicks you one and all. You're a bunch of muckers all. Damn your eyes, damn your eyes. Bunch of muckers all. Damn your eyes. My name was Sam Hall, chimney sweep, chimney sweep. Name was Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, my name was Sam Hall, and I robbed both great and small, and my neck did pay for all. When I died, when I died, oh, my neck did pay for all. When I died. Sam Hall, the second of the unnecessarily cheerful sounding songs about people getting hanged. Now, so I can't recall having a third one of those. We'll break from the theme and do a period song. Mignonne, voici la rose qui ce matin envoie de close sur robe du pauvre et au soleil, à point perdu cette vesprit, les plis de sa robe pauvre et tombant pour tout pareil. Las voyez comme un peu d'espace, mignonne est là, dessus la place. Las et beauté les ce choix, oh vraiment, marâtre nature, puisqu'une telle fleur d'heure, que du matin jusqu'au soir. 동트심을 거의 미녀는 단디스코 돌아시려는 인사 più new vote cruye votre jeunesse comme cette fleur la vieillesse verra tenir votre beauté. That is Mignon alone voici la rose. So the My Fate I don't have planned for the lineup that I've written out here. As Varban Schön or Jungling is, it's coming up in about maybe half a dozen songs. If you want to request My Fate, I'm happy to slip that in. So just give me a yay or nay on that. And I will play it after the next one. This one is one that I always remember the song and can't remember the name of it, and the name of it is like in the first line of it, and that's the only point in the song when the name comes up again. So it's one of those like nasty situations where I'll be racking my brain trying to remember how the song begins. Usually if I get the first line, the rest of it falls into place. This is the opposite. Like the rest of the song is fine, it's just the first line that I can never remember. And as a result of that, the song. So this is Raglan Road, one that it fell out of my repertoire for a while, and just recently started playing it again. On Raglan Road, on an autumn day, that my dark hair would be the snare that I might someday rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way. Now you said that grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along a ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the work of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making cards, and I know making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such and such happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, showed her the secret signs known to the artists who have known true gods of sound and stone. Oh, and words and tint I did not send, I gave her poems to say, with her own name and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where old ghosts meet, see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must allow that I have loved her as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay he'll lose, is at the dawn of day. All right. It is Raglan Road. And up next, we'll do My Fate. as per request. I think capo 3 is probably good for that one. Go bid the needle his dear nor forsake, to which with trembling reverence it doth bend. Go bid the stones a journey upwards make, go bid the ambitious flames no more to ascend. And when these false to their own motions prove, then shall I cease thee alone to love. Humans' fortunes in their faces read, to find out mine look not, alas, on me. But mark her face and all the features heed, for only there is writ my destiny. Or if stars show, it gaze not in the skies, but study the astrology of her eyes. If thou find them kind and propitious rays, what Mars and Saturn threaten, I'll not fear. Perchance it be the fate of mortal days is written in heaven, but oh, my heaven is here. What can men learn from stars they scarce can see? Two great lights rule the world and her to me. It's my absolute favorite period song, as My Fate by Abraham Cowley. I love it so much. Like, particularly that middle verse gets me every single time. Or if stars show, it gaze not on the skies, but study the astrology of her eyes. Oh, it gets me right there. Makes me tear up just a little bit. Oh! Speaking of songs to make a person tear up, next up in the lineup, I'm going to be switching out to the other guitar for something in Dadgad. My favorite and the only Archie Fisher song that I know off the top of my head, of course. The version that I like is the Stan Rogers version. Deep and dark are my true love's eyes, blacker still is the winter's turning, that the sadness of parting proves. Brighter now is the lantern's burning, that lightens my path to love. No fiddle to take the air, but I'll see her swift feet a-dancing and swirl of high long brown hair, her smiling face and her dark eyes glancing as we stepped upling bonny fair. And if my waiting be in vain, I will pack and track never take me, and the long road will ease my pain. No gem of womankind will make me there whisper love words again. For in drink I'll keep good company, my ears will ring with the tavern's laughter, and I'll hear not her last sweet sighs. Who's to know in the morning after that I long for her dear dark eyes. That's Dark-Eyed Molly. One of my favorite songs to play on in this tuning. All right. Next up, we have something new. So this next song is one that I'm just very recently off book on. At least I hope that I'm off book on it, because I have yet to ever sing it in front of anybody. I've sung it for the camera before. This is what I recorded for... Oh, what release was that for? It's, let me check on it here. I believe that this one is going out for the second release in May, May 20th. And it is called Jenny Gray's Whiskey. It's a an Andy Stewart song, Silly Wizard. It's one of the lesser known ones. It didn't get a whole bunch of play at any point. I never really it never really stuck in my brain the first time around when I was first learning Silly Wizard stuff. It's something that only popped up onto my radar recently. So I started running when I got home from Gulf Wars. It's been a number of years. I used to be a very active runner. I used to, do 10K runs regularly, and I stopped doing that when I broke my ankle a few years ago. And my ankle wasn't the same again afterwards. I tried to get back into running after it healed after 8 months, but it was too weak. And then I just kind of got out of shape and never really made a committed effort to get back into that same sort of shape. But I'm now 4 weeks into a Couch to 10K running program. It's just hitting the point where the runs have advanced to like 4 minutes at a stretch, and I'm starting to, up until now, it's purely been my legs that have been complaining every time I go out for a run. I'm now just kind of getting to the point where I feel myself getting out of breath when I'm nearing that 4 minute mark. But this time around, it's much easier because I have a smartphone to listen to music on. So when I'm running, I just set up the Silly Wizard playlist and listen to Irish and Scottish music when I'm running. And this is one of those songs that I'd never really paid attention to before, but it just sort of like, it came up on my playlist while I was running, and I thought to myself, hey, this sounds like kind of a cool song. Maybe I should record this. So I did a recording for it, and it'll be going out, like I said, the latter half of May. Capo 2. Just a simple little song about whiskey. Sunday morn as I roved out on the road being dark and dusty, old friend and I stepped into an inn for a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, all for gin she keeps a royal blue, and the best of all Scots whiskey too. No cordial cure is half so pure as a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, some that likes to quarrel and bite whenever they get tipsy, would give me a lass and a full-flowing glass filled up with a horn of a whiskey, all for gin she keeps a royal blue, and the best of all Scots whiskey too. No cordial cure is half so pure as a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, So come all ye misers, great and small, for your gold is getting dusty, Don't sit and think, just come and drink of a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, all for gin she keeps a royal blue, and the best of all Scots whiskey too. No cordial cure is half so pure as a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, I rode out and the road being dark and dusty, a friend and I stepped into an inn for a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, all for gin she keeps a royal blue, and the best of all Scots whiskey too. No cordial cure is half so pure as a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey, as a horn of Jenny Gray's whiskey. So to answer questions in order, I will have to look up the words for Fiddler's Green, but I can try and do that. Laska, yes, the German song is also in the Dad Guide tuning. So when I get to it in a few songs, I'll be switching back over to the other guitar. And yeah, a lot of Silly Wizard music is on the slow side. A lot of it's not great for running to, so you know, I've got a playlist of like 60 or 70 songs, and pretty much every other song I want it fast forwarding through it just because it's too slow. But they do a lot of instrumental stuff. Like they did a lot of, you know, jigs and reels stuff with like the accordion and the pipes, and that stuff's all really good for running too. It's like high energy and high paced, but I really need to just like sort myself out a proper playlist of it so I'm not constantly having to fast forward through the slow ones. But I haven't really gotten around to doing that yet. Alright, Fiddler's Green. I don't think that I've got the lyrics written down here. Modern covers. No, I'm going to have to look up for it online. So, use the old Google foo. No, that's the wrong Fiddler's Green. Maybe if I put trad in front of it, it will bring up the proper one. Huh. When I was looking for it before, it didn't bring up this one by the Tragically Hip. Ah, this is the one I'm looking for. I'll just need to figure out the chords for it. dockside one evening so fair, to view the still water and take the salt air. I heard an old fisherman singing their song. Won't you take me away, boys, my time's not long. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more by the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me all shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the skies are all clear and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me all shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green, where there's always a breeze and there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with a swish of their tail, and you lie at your leisure, there's nothing to do, and the captain's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more by the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me all shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. When you get to the dock, the long trip is through. There's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, and the girls are all pretty and the beer is all free, and there's bottles of rum growing from every tree. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more by the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me all shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. I don't need a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze and stiff rolling sea, and I'll play me all squeeze box as we roll along. When the wind in the rigging will sing me this song. Wrap me up in the oilskin and jumper, no more by the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me all shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Just tell me all shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green.
There you go, Fiddler's Green. Let's see what comments I missed while I was over in the other window. What I really need to get is like proper playlists lined up on my phone, or maybe I just need to finally give in and get like a Pandora or a what's the other one? It's escaping my mind. The other really popular one for, you know, playlists and suggested music and stuff. It'll come back to me in a minute, I'm sure. All right, where were we? We done Dark-Eyed Molly. We done Jenny Gray's Whiskey. There was the request for Fiddler's Green. Next up was Willie Archer, another of the seldom played. This is another one of those ones that I actually did know this one back in the day. It's another Silly Wizard one, but it fell out of my repertoire for about like 15 years, where I just didn't think about it at all. So I'm trying to get some of that stuff back into the playlist so that I can remember them when I'm out at events. So this is one that I have not been practicing recently. I don't have the words called up for it. I'm just going to be doing a little test and see if I'm off book on it or not.
As I was walking down by yon hill town, oh, the fair and lovely mountains, they did me surround. I spied a pretty fair maid, and to me she looked grand. She was plucking wild roses on the banks of the Bann. Oh, I stepped up to this fair one, and to her I did say, since nature has formed us for to meet on this day, since nature has formed us, won't you give me your hand, and we will walk together by the banks of the Bann. We'd been a summer's evening and a fine quiet place. I knew by the blushes that appeared on her face. We both lay down together onto a bed of sand, and she rolled into my arms by the banks of Bann. Oh, young man, you have wronged me, won't you tell me your name, so that when the baby's born I can give it the same. Well, my name is Willie Archer, and I'll have you understand that my home and habitation lies close to the Bann, but I cannot marry you, for apprentice I'm bound to spinning and weaving in Rough Island town. But when my time is ended, I'll give you my hand, and we shall be married by the banks of the Bann. So come all you pretty fair maids, take a warning by me. Don't go out a-courting by 1, 2, or 3. Don't go out a-courting so late if you can, or you'll meet with Willie Archer by the banks of the Bann. You'll meet with Willie Archer by the banks of the Bann.
That one strikes me as a bit of an odd one, in that, like, the whole of the song up until the very last verse, the singer sings as if they are Willie Archer, and then in the last verse it's warning young ladies to watch out and not go walking alone because they'll meet Willie Archer, that terrible rapscallion, and wind up with child. So it's kind of an odd one that it should take that cautionary note in the last verse, given that the rest of the song is all like from the perspective of Willie Archer. I don't know. Spotify. That's the word that I was looking for. All right. Well, I think maybe we should shake things up a little bit. Maybe do a couple of modern ones. Maybe a couple of Sting songs. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Maybe Wrapped Around Your Finger or Mad About You.
Consider me the young apprentice, caught between the Scylla and Charybdis, mesmerized by you. If I should linger, staring at that ring around your finger, not teach me of in college. I can see the destiny you sold turn into a shining band of gold. I'll be wrapped around your finger. 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 Mephistopheles is not your name. I know what you're up to just the same. Listen hard to your tuition. You will see it come to its fruition. I'll be wrapped around your finger. 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 Little hand, deep blue sea behind me. Vanish in me, yeah, you'll never find me. I will turn your face to alabaster. When you'll find your servant is your master. You'll be wrapped around my finger. You'll be wrapped around my finger. You'll be wrapped around my finger. You'll be wrapped around my finger.
It's stings wrapped around your finger. We're going to follow it up with another Sting song.
I walked a lonely mile in the moonlight, while a million stars were shining. My heart was lost in a distant planet, walls around the April moon, whirling in an arc of sadness. I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you. Should all my kingdoms turn to sand or fall into the sea? I'm mad about you. I'm mad about you. Through a lost, secluded valley, I heard the ancient songs of sadness. Every step I thought of you, every footstep only you, every star of grain of sand, the leavings of a dried up ocean. Tell me how much longer, tell me how much longer. They say a city in a desert lies, vanity of an ancient king. The city lies in broken pieces, the wind howls and the vultures sing. These the works of man, this is the sum of our ambition. With the prison of my life, you became another's wife. heart was lost on a distant planet, walls around the April moon, whirling in an awful sadness. I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you. Will you hold the key room of everything I see? Every prison blown to dust, my enemies walk free. My kingdom's turn to sand, and fall into the sea. I'm mad about you. I'm mad about you. There's a couple in a row of stings. Maybe Willie Archer can't help himself, but started paying all the child support. I get the impression just from the tone of the song that it's from a point in history, maybe before there was child support. But I mean, you know, I can't argue with the fact that he might be like, maybe he can't help himself. Maybe he really just like doesn't want to. There's a weird noise come from upstairs. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he has just no self-control, and it's like, ladies, don't let me be alone with you, sort of thing. I don't know. you would have to ask the fellow who wrote it, but he has sadly passed away. I kind of wonder if it's maybe one of those cases like it might have been constructed from like different folk songs. Like sometimes people will like mash two folk songs together, or change the voice in which it's. I know you were just joking, but it's like sometimes songs change over time in weird ways because of that. Like people change the perspective of it, and then one of the verses doesn't fit anymore, but they don't cut it out. They just sort of keep it in there anyways. There's a song. There's a couple of songs that I sing that are like that. That are the verses don't always make sense with one another because they, you know, used to be a female perspective, but then they were changed to a male perspective, and now like one of the verses is a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe it's like that, or honestly, we're probably just like thinking too much about this. Alrighty, now. Next up, as requested earlier, or talked about earlier at any rate, the German song is War ein schöner Jüngling. I thought that this one was sort of a good tone for following something like Mad About You. Like Blackbird, that's the one that I was actually thinking of, that's like that. Do I capo this? Or do I play it open? No, I play it open. Es war ein schöner Jüngling über einen breiten See. Meines Königes Tochter nach Leid geschah ihm weh. Ach, Erstlein Liebes, Erstlein mein, wie gern wär ich bei dir. So seins weit tiefe Wasser, wo zwischen dir und mir. Das bringt mir großen Schmerzen, Herz allerliebster Gesell. Wie dich von ganzem Herzen hab's für groß angefallen. Auf Seite des Wohlenden, auf Glück wird kommen dein. Sie What's we wenden, jetzt liebstes Elselein.
Welcome back, Laurie. I'm glad, despite the complicatedness of it, you found your way back. And now back over to standard.
Highest hilltop, I scan the ocean, I sail to sea. We'll come tonight, love, we'll come tomorrow. We'll ever come, love, to comfort thee. Varavatana Orwela, Varavatana Orwela, Varavatana Orwela. Oh, fare thee well, love, where ye be. They call thee fickle, they call thee false one, and seek to change me, but all in vain. For thou art my dream through the dark night, and every morning I watch the main. Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela. Oh, fare thee well, love, where ye be. There's no a hamlet, how well I know it, but you go wandering or sit a while. But all his old folk you charm with talking, and all its maidens with some smile. Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela. Oh, fare thee well, love, where ye be. Do you remember the promise made me, the tartan lady, the silken gown, the ring of gold with your head in portrait, the gown and ring I will never own. Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela. Oh, fare thee well, love, where ye be. Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela, Eravatana Orwela. Oh, fare thee well, love, where ye be.
So that one struck me as a good one to put after Es war beim Jünger Jüngling. Es war beim schöner Jüngling. Because, you know, both of them mention boats and seas and water. But it strikes me now, on thinking about the lyrics of that one, that it might go better after something like Willie Archer, because it's singing about, you know, unfaithful love that has a wandering eye, and there's not a hamlet, how well I know it, that you go wandering or sit a while, but all its old folk you charm with talking, and all its maidens with song and smile. Sounds like a bit of a Willie Archer type to me. And while we're on kind of a vaguely nautical theme, as I know this one is generally requested sooner or later, particularly if Amanda winds up tuning in after she gets back from work, as is often the case.
It's a damn tough life, full of toil and strife, we whalermen undergo. And we don't give a damn when the gale is done, how hard the winds did blow. For we're homeward bound from the Arctic around, good ship taut and free. And we won't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale through the ice and wind and rain. Then coconut fronds, tropical lands, soon we'll see again. 6 hellish months we've passed away on the cold Kamchatka Sea. But now we're bound for the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down old Maui. We're homeward bound for the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale back to our island home. Our mainmast sprung, our hailing done, and we ain't got far to roam. Our sensible bones is carried away, what care we for that sound? A living gale is after us, thank God we're homeward bound. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. How soft the breeze through the island trees, now the ice is far astern. Them island maids and tropical glades is awaiting our return. Even now that big brown ice look out, hoping some fine day to see. Our baggy sails running for the gales, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui.
It's rolling down to old Maui. Good old shanty type, maritime-y, seafaring sort of song. Ooh, I should probably top that up or I'll forget that the rest of this can is here. Cans are just ever so slightly too large for the glass. Capo 3. While we're on Stan Rodgery type, seafaring type stuff.
He was the captain of the Nightingale, 21 days from Clyde cold. He could smell the flowers of Bermuda in the gale. He died off the North Rock Shoal. Just 5 short hours from Bermuda, in a fine October gale, there came a cry, "All our breakers dead ahead," from the collier Nightingale. No sooner had the captain brought her round, there came a rending crash below. Our outer beam ends broken, went the Nightingale, and overside her mainmast go. Oh, Captain, are we all for drowning? Came a crash the crew, about to be smashed. How are we all to be saved? They are stoven through and through. Are you brave and hardy, collier, or are you blind and cannot see? Captain's gig sterilize for your hail and sound, and it shall carry all the way. He was the captain of the Nightingale. 21 days from Clyde and Cole, he could smell the flowers of Bermuda in the gale when he died off the North Rock Shoal. But when the crew was all assembled and the gig prepared for sea, was seen there were but 18 places to be men, and 19 mortal souls were we. Now cried the captain, now do not delay, nor do ye spare a thought for me. My duty is to save you all if I can. She returns with as can be. He was the captain of the Nightingale. 21 days from Clyde and Cole, he could smell the flowers of Bermuda in the gale when he died off the North Rock Shoal. Oh, there be flowers in Bermuda, beauty lies on every hand, and there be laughter, reason, drink for every man, but there is no joy for me. For when we reached the wretched Nightingale, oh, what an awful sight was plain. The captain drowned, was tangled in his own chains, smiling bravely beneath the sea. He was the captain of the Nightingale. 21 days from Clyde and Cole, he could smell the flowers of Bermuda in the gale when he died off the North Rock Shoal. He was the captain of the Nightingale. 21 days from Clyde and Cole, he could smell the flowers of Bermuda in the gale when he died off the North Rock Shoal. He was the captain of the Nightingale. 21 days from Clyde and Cole, he could smell the flowers of Bermuda in the gale when he died off the North Rock Shoal.
I'm gonna have to remember not to put those two back to back, because they both do that same thing where they repeat the chorus at the end 3 times and the middle one is a cappella. So they're... I hadn't realized that before, but I guess those two songs are a little bit samey in that regard. And it's... I really like doing that. I like songs that do that they drop out little bits and do a little bit of a cappella for emphasis, but it doesn't really work if you do that in every single song. This next one I'm not off book yet on, so, but I did think to bring up the lyrics in advance before I got started here. This is one that I think I've mentioned before. I don't really like the original very much, but I really like Kevin's version. Those of you who are familiar with Kevin from Biddy on the Bench, he does a really cool version of this, which I quite like. So, you know, try and mimic it as much as I can.
Marching down O'Connell Street with a starry plough on high, there goes the citizen army, their fists raised to the sky.
That's gonna be too high. Why do I keep it at 3 there? I think I do it open, actually. Let's try this again.
Marching down O'Connell Street with a starry plough on high, there goes the citizen army, their fists raised to the sky. Leading them is a mighty man with a mad rage in his eye. My name is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working man, this poor farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and their screws. So hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream. For republic, for the working class economic liberty. Then Jim yelled out, oh citizens, the system is a curse. An English boss, a monster, an Irish one even worse. They'll never lock us out again. Here's the reason why. My name is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working man. This poor farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and their screws. So hold on to your rifles, boys. Don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class economic liberty. Now we're in the GPO with the bullets whizzing by, with Pearson, Sean McDermott bidding each other goodbye. Up steps our citizen leader, and he roars out to the sky. My name is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working man. This poor farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and their screws. So hold on to your rifles, boys. Don't give up the dream. A republic for the working class economic liberty. We fought them to a standstill while the flames lit up the sky, till a bullet pierced our leader and we gave up the fight. They shot him in, killed me in jail, but they'll never stop his cry. My name is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working man. This poor farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and their screws. So hold on to your rifles, boys. Don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class economic liberty.
It's James Connolly. I really like that one. And I can't resist. I wasn't planning to follow it up with this, but when Biddy on the Bench plays it, they always do these two together. I can't find like a really good... I think that's why I was capoed up at 3, because it's the only place where I can just kind of hit that song and still have this be high enough for me to be able to sing it. But maybe go it up to 4. No. Dun, 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 dun.
Almost jiffy, up from the town. I can fix it in a jiffy if you have the spanner down. If you have the spanner down. Boys and girls are raving beauty, especially in summertime. What make you curses we can do is make love, grease and grind. We can love, to grease and grind. If she had wings, I kissed her flying. That's the way I want my love. So way I want my love. I lost him to war from Chappie. She said he's a better man. He needs wine to keep her happy. All I drink is black and tan. All I drink is black and tan. Go back to Jacob's kitchen, that my life on shore. End up with the various dancers. Go away forevermore. Go away forevermore. I'm a leading almost jiffy. I'm up from the town. I can fix it in a jiffy if you hand the spanner down. Yeah. From the town, I can fix it in a jiffy if you hand the spanner down. Yeah, hand the spanner down. If you hand the spanner down. together now.
Oh, I do not know Work the Black Seam. I don't think that's one that I've ever heard. I'm going to have to look that one up. I think somewhere in these notes I have a spot for, like, songs that I'm supposed to look up. Just quickly scroll down to the bottom. So it's called Work the Black Seam. Always looking out for other good music to learn, so check that out when I've got a few minutes. Or we're kind of on up-tempo, vaguely rebellious sounding songs. I've been on a really strong Andy Stewart kick lately. Probably because I'm listening to so much of him when I'm running.
Skin up the hill, hard and hungry. Donald's come down the hill, wild and angry. Donald will clear the goodness cleverly. Up waking James and with Donald McGillivray. Come like a way back, Donald McGillivray. Come like a way back, Donald McGillivray. Balance and bear and balance and cleverly. Oh, where the coon tuck Donald McGillivray. Donald's going up the hill, his tatterman, as he works on from with tatterman. When he comes back, there's some look merrily. Up waking James and with Donald McGillivray. Come like a weaver, Donald McGillivray. Come like a weaver, Donald McGillivray. Back on your back, I'll onesie cleverly. Today the full measure, my Donald McGillivray. Donald was put away, rape and roguery. Donald was debtors, veins and beggary. Batar and war, wigs and waggery. Meet him the devil then, Donald McGillivray. Come like a tailor, Donald McGillivray. Come like a tailor, Donald McGillivray. Push the button and of them both cleverly. Up waking James and with Donald McGillivray. Donald's look out the brooks, they tangle us wiggin' and preggin' and all you fanglers. Then monkey game, hey, when it be bucked at man. Hey man, it justice for faith, you'll talk man. Come like a cobbler, Donald McGillivray. Come like a cobbler, Donald McGillivray. Beat them and bore them in lingo and cleverly. Off waking James and with Donald McGillivray. Donald was moved way miles and mockery. Donald was splendid with plans of property. Harold's friend high, but Brackens were Nathan man. Lord how Donald he's for lightning and fret man. Come like the devil, Donald McGillivray. Come like the devil, Donald McGillivray. Skip them and scold them, proud so unbrotherly. Up waking James and with Donald McGillivray. Come like the devil, Donald McGillivray. Come like the devil, Donald McGillivray. Skip them and scold them, proud so unbrotherly. Up waking James and with Donald McGillivray. Some more Silly Wizard there. Can hear the upstairs neighbors clunking around. Hopefully that's not getting picked up too much on the mic here. There's not a whole lot I can do about it either way. When I'm recording, like doing serious recording for the songs a couple of times a month, I just have to wait until that's not going on. One of the downsides of living in the bottom part of a house as opposed to like apartment buildings, I think they make the floors a little bit less thumpy. There's people walking around up overhead, it's like a drum.
It's actually oh, McGillivray, not Gallifrey. It's like this. It is not. It's not about Doctor Who. All right, what's up next? Lots of songs that's mentioned Weavers in one capacity or another tonight. There's a line about Weavers in Donald McGillivray. There's a line about Weavers in Willie Archer. I think there was a third one. I can't remember which song it was.
At the foot of a hill, there's a chimney so tall, it's called Belfast Mill. There's no smoke at all coming out of the stack since the mill has shut down and is never coming back. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as it blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. Is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. There's no children playing in the dark, narrow streets since saloons have shut down. It's so quiet I can't sleep. The mill has shut down, it's the only life I know. Tell me, where will I go? Tell me, where will I go? And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. Well, I'm too old to change, and I'm too young to die. Tell me, where will I go, my family and I? For the mill has shut down, it's the only life I know. Tell me, where will I go? Tell me, where will I go? And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. So, Robin, if Stephen is there listening with you, tell him to weave some pants. You requested the Chemical Worker song. I can do that. It's about time for a Drummond song, I think. All right. And Tristan wants to know if I've done Wagon Wheel yet. I have not done Wagon Wheel. I can set that up as a request if you like. Good to see you, Virago. Ooh, first drum song of the night. And it's go, boys, go.
They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, 2 days nearer death, but you go. Well, a process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I work and breathe among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and there's poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell, and dust all in me hair. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, 2 days nearer death, but you go. Well, I worked among the spinners, and I breathed the oily smoke. I shoveled up the gypsum, and an iron makes you choke. I stood knee-deep in cyanide, got sick with caustic burn, and working rough I've seen enough to make your stomach turn. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, 2 days nearer death, but you go. Well, there's overtime and bonus opportunities galore, and young men like their money, so they all come back for more. And when you're knocking on and you look older than you should, for every bob made on the job you pay with flesh and blood. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, 2 days nearer death, but you go. Well, a process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I work and breathe among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and there's poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell, and dust all in me hair. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, 2 days nearer death, but you go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place, 2 days nearer death, but you go. It's a Process Man, or Chemical Worker song by Great Big Sea. Yay, Canadian bands. That's the last of my rum. Honestly, I was favoring that rum a little bit on the strong side and favoring the beer a little bit on the weak side. So, no more rum until I... no more rum until you finish your beer. Oh, right. Wagon wheel. Quiet you. Sing along at home. I'm headed down south to the land of the pines, from my way in North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me up a bouquet of dogwood flowers. I'm hoping for a ride, see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. I'm running from the cold up in New England. I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time swing band. My baby plays the guitar, pick a banjo now. Both those North County winters keep getting me down. It's my money playing poker, so I had to leave town. But I ain't going back living that old life no more. No, no, so rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama, rock me.
if Billy had a nice long toke. But he's heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. And my baby calling mine, though that she's the only one. If I die in Raleigh, this star will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Hey, mama, rock me. Stone Crow Medicine Show with Wagon Wheel. Also covered by a number of other folks. Who was it that wrote? So there was it was it Bob Dylan, I think, originally wrote the chorus, and then Stone Crow Medicine Show wrote all the verses, and then it became much more popular when who was it? Oh, there was a fellow who did a really, really good cover of it and popularized it a lot more. And that's actually the version that I really like, but I can't remember his name to save my life right now. Oh, the lovely construction noises are starting up in the background. I hear someone using some sort of a powered saw or a chainsaw or something. The lovely, lovely strains of that coming from outside. So with some very quiet chainsaw accompaniment, let's do a lovely sentimental song. Should old acquaintance be forgot, never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot, and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet, for days of old lang syne. We twa hae run about the glen, trolled the gallants fine. We've wandered many a weary fit since days of old lang syne. We twa hae battled in the burn, frae morn and sun till dine. But seas between us braid hae roared since days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, talk a cup of kindness yet, for days of old lang syne. Surely you'll be your pine stooped, and surely I'll be mine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. There's a hand, my trusty fear, gaze a hand of thine. We'll talk a right good welly what for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my Joe, for old lang syne. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
It's the Dougie MacLean version of Old Lang Syne, which I learned especially for you guys out there in Boston. For that time when I played it at New Year's was the first time I played it in front of anybody. I was sad not to make it out there this year, but it was just where I was when New Year's rolled around. It was not going to happen. Oh, why am I picking up my guitar? It's a drum song next. Serves me right for trying to jump back into music before looking at what I've got on my list. Darius Rucker, that was the name that I was looking for. I really like his version of Wagon Wheel. The fact that I'm like dropping my tipper and having it run away on me is not encouraging for my level of sobriety at this point. Like I'm yeah. I can definitely tell that it's been a few weeks since I've been to an SCA event, because the tolerance is just, it's gone now. Here must we hold, so hearken to my counsel. Felled is our Lord, slain by foemen on the field. Now must we honor the oaths we made in Mead Hall. Now must we shoulder the burden of his shield. Great were his gifts, O golden noble gemstones. High were the halls where the heroes boast. So he was our Lord, and loath am I to leave him. Vow to avenge him by vanquishing the foe. For our hand shall be the harder, and our will shall be the wiser, and our hearts shall be bolder as our strength must end. Come and follow me to glory, so that when they tell the story, we shall not be forgotten in the halls of men. I will not flee, but farther will I follow, boldly to battle with broadsword in my hand. More than my life was a love I bore for Breednoff. Fierce will I fight now, and so defend this land. Come I from kindred of honor and of courage, ne'er shall they say that I nothing was at war. Stand with me steadfast, staunch against the Vikings. Wield ye your weapons like warriors of yore. For our hand shall be the harder, and our will shall be the wiser, and our hearts shall be bolder as our strength must end. Come and follow me to glory, so that when they tell the story, we shall not be forgotten in the halls of men. We stand undaunted, the last of the defenders, stout-hearted men who can strike a mighty blow. We will encourage each other in the war play. Let them advance now, for we shall lay them low. Death is our doom, so let us die with honor.
stars to say, fight to be worthy of fame in the future. Let them remember the deeds we do this day. For our hand shall be the harder, and our will shall be the wiser, and our hearts shall be bolder as our strength must end. Follow me to glory, so that when they tell the story, we shall not be forgotten in the halls of men. We shall not be forgotten in the halls of men. That was at the Battle of Malden, which I believe is one of Mistress Rosalind's songs. I really like that one. So we have a decision to come to. It's been a very good and active stream, so there is no necessity for this. We've had a decent number of patrons show up for this. We are approaching very rapidly the 2-hour mark, which is the promised time for the patron-only stream. I'm still up for singing. I'm probably good to go for another hour or so. So we have the choice. I put it to you for a vote. We can either keep it here and save everyone the trouble of moving, or we can open it up to the public and move it over to Facebook like we did the last time. So I will leave that entirely up to you guys to decide. Whichever is the majority, we'll either move it and keep it going for an hour, or we'll keep it here and keep it going for an hour. And we'll be wrapping it up around 8 o'clock my time, or I guess that'd be 11 o'clock Eastern. So while I'm doing the next song, let me know what all of you guys think, and we will do that. Gonna follow this up with another of Rosalind's songs. This is the Song of Roland. The fairest flower of chivalry to bloom in all the land, and the noblest of all the knights of Charlemagne, was Roland, King Charles' sister's son, renowned through all the Frankish lands, battles you have won. In council here you Ganelon make plea to go to war, to wait the rebel Saracen against the rightful lords. Roland, you call this pale maid, nonetheless to Charlemagne agreed to send the maid. Ganelon requests from you the post most perilous, and willingly do you accept his honor deems you must. Roland, the rear guard you command, with your loyal Oliver to fight in your right hand. At the Vale of Roncevaux your doom is now nigh, for the Saracen to hold the pass will not let you by. Roland, you know now you're betrayed. In your heart is courage, and your voice is not dismayed. Face you now, grim battle, take his swords and raise them high. With honor we have lived our lives, with honor we shall die. Roland, sound your mighty horn. Try to call the men back that rode out just yestermorn. The king has heard you from afar, but Ganelon says nay. 'Tis only I and Roland hunting on this day. Roland, sound your horn again. While the battle rages, the valley and the glen, again the king has heard your call, again the traitor lies, and none will come to aid you for peril he denies. Roland, sound your final blast, as one by one your men-at-arms lie fighting in the pass. Best of all is Oliver by swordsmen overthrown, and you of all the Frankish knights will stand all alone. Roland, sadly you died. Your foemen ringed about you, and your sword beneath your side. They find you on a hilltop with your face turned to the foe, and never has there been a day of such great woe. Roland, your name will live in song, whenever brave men take up arms, right a grievous wrong. The fairest flower of chivalry to bloom in all the land, and the noblest of all the knights of Charlemagne. That is the Song of Roland, another one by Mistress Rosalind. I love her stuff. She is such a good writer. I really need to cover more of her material. So far, Laska is the only one to
chime in with an opinion on this, whether we're to be keeping the stream here or moving it over to Facebook and making the last hour of it public. So I'm going to give you guys one more song to give your opinions one way or the other. On a tie, we'll keep it here. If we have a majority, we will move it over to Facebook for the last hour of it. And so far, as we've only had one response, moving it is the majority. So if you want to keep it to yourselves and keep it as a patron-only thing for the last portion of the night, now is your last opportunity to say so. Oh, okay. This is a cool song. So this is one that I'm pretty sure I sang this last time, but I really want to make sure that I keep this one in good practice because it took a lot of effort to learn it, and I really don't want it to fall by the wayside in between events. So this is a song by Mistress Windrith, who is the same person who did Savage Daughter and Life's Blood, another one of those SCA bards that I really, really enjoy the material of. This one I had been being prodded by my campmate at golf for about a year to learn, maybe more, and I finally decided to give in and learn it. And it was a ton of work because it is honestly the second longest song I've ever learned. The longest song was one by Master Garrod, and this is almost as long. It's like 15 verses with no chorus. So it was a lot of work to learn, but I really enjoy performing this, particularly in person. Like, it's one of those ones, like, if I've got a fire to stand by, I really enjoy singing this. So this is the Song of the Einherjar, otherwise known as Song of the Spear Dance. Just need to find my starting note. There we go. I was a young man then, and I lived for the spear dance. My blood pounded hot as the summer's hard sun. My thoughts then were bold ones of women and warfields, and glory and prowess upon either one. It was a grey morning in rain I had risen. I let my horse lead me to drink at a stream. And as we drew near it, I heard someone singing a song full of glory, full of ravens and steel. I stood as if rooted, and I drank in the fine sounds. All the gold in the world could not move me away. Instead I strode closer to glimpse a song singer, and as I gazed on her, my breath fell away. She sang as she bathed, all lithe as the salmon, all clothed only in what the gods made. Her skin pale as glaciers, her eyes gold as amber, and her hair flowed as red as a new-blooded blade. As her song ended, she turned, and she saw me. She smiled like she knew me, as if pleased I was there. She rose and stepped towards me, glad just in cool waters, and I went to her. I was a young man. I awoke to the noon sun, and I woke up smiling. I looked for my lover, but I was alone. My horse she had taken, but where he'd been tethered, a fine leaf-blade spear leaned like black ice it shone. Now that spear served me greatly through the long years I've had it. Its light was the last lightful many men knew. My kinsmen joke often how my spear is bewitched, and I have no answer, but my word fame has grown. Enough years have passed now to turn my beard silver. Again I'm in service to a man who'd be king. As a part of his war band I stand on the war field with my spear and my kinsmen, and I hear the crows sing. How long it goes on past that first ringing shield clash, a moment, a lifetime, no man can fair say. Just the thunder of the steel song, and the screams of the dying, and the stink of the blood while weird works its way. But it's odd now how this time, through the killing and the dying, I hear someone singing a half-recalled song. And I listen and smile as I feed my spear's hunger, and the singing grows clearer and sweeter and strong. Now the way each man's death comes is only as important as how each man meets it when it comes for him. And I meet mine fighting a foe of the Westlands. My spear finds his heart as his own blade bites me. I fall to my knees in the blood of my banesmen. The fight rages round us, though silently now. Except for the singing, I hear it full clearly, a song full of glory, full of ravens and steel. A touch on my shoulder, and my eyes fly open. I am not dead yet, though the ravens draw near. I look into eyes as gold as the eagle's, see hair flowing red as the blood on my spear. She smiles as she sees me so fiercely, so fondly, and she speaks my name in a voice filled with light. She cradles my head in her arms as I lie there. My last heart blood spills, stains her swan coat of white. Now again I'm a young man, and I live for the spear dance, and my blood runs as hot as the gods' oldest war. And when Ragnarok comes, I will fight it beside them, with my spear and my shield made to Valhalla's own door. That is the Song of the Einherjar. And if you can't remember that and want to request it at some point, just ask for the Song of the Spear Dance, and I'll know what you're talking about. All right, the general consensus seems to be to switch over to Facebook, and let me just scroll back and check something really quickly. There was a comment back there that I can't find now. Well, hopefully if there was something that I didn't answer earlier, it will be repeated for me when we switch over to Facebook. So since I started using the Streamlabs OBS to connect with Facebook rather than going directly onto Facebook Live, I've noticed that the sound has been a little bit better, actually considerably better over there. It's still not as good as it is here on YouTube Live or on Twitch, but it's much closer when you're using your own recording program rather than relying on Facebook Live's feature to do it for you. So hopefully the sound will still be pretty good over there. All right, we're gonna break up here, and I'm gonna set up the new stream key, and we'll start broadcasting. It'll be sometime in the next 4 or 5 minutes. So if you want to get up, take a washroom break, grab yourself a beverage, do all of that, we will be back over on Facebook in just a couple of moments. The gift, ask for a gift of a Valkyrie. Is that is that a song request, or is it just commenting on the last one? Because that sounds like an awesome gift. I really need to ask if I ever encounter her in person. I need to ask her whether that was meant to be a Valkyrie or Freya herself, because Freya is supposed to wear a coat of swan feathers, isn't she? And have golden eyes. So I'm really curious whether it's supposed to be a Valkyrie or Freya that he has been given the spear by. It'd be a cool thing to know. Anyways, I will wrap things up here, and I'll see you over on Facebook in just a few minutes. So until then, to your health, Sláinte.